What would you do, if you walked into a stranger's house, and saw your childhood photo, framed on the wall? Anna had no family, no past, just a name, and a worn-out necklace. She worked double shifts at a diner, just to survive. But the day she entered a wealthy family's mansion, to serve at a private event, something unimaginable happened. She froze. There, above the fireplace, hung a photo from a past she never remembered. A little girl. Her. In a house she had never seen before. Was it a mistake? A cruel joke? Or a key to the mystery of her life? From that moment on, Anna's world spun out of control. Secrets began to surface. Whispers behind doors. And one chilling truth, after another. A family she never knew existed. A father, who had been searching. And a betrayal, that tore them apart, before they ever met. But the biggest twist? It wasn't just her life that was stolen. It was someone else's too. Don't blink. What you're about to hear will break your heart and heal it. Listen till the end. The truth is deeper than you think. The rain was coming down in a steady whisper, blanketing the quiet streets of Willow Creek, Oregon, in a gloomy gray mist. Inside Meadow Hill Elementary School, the bell echoed one last time, as students rushed out with their umbrellas. Laughter cutting through the storm. But Lily Carter, a quiet, thoughtful girl with large brown eyes, and a red raincoat, stayed behind. She was waiting. Her father was late, again. Inside the classroom, the new substitute teacher, Anna Brooks, had just finished organizing some paperwork. She looked up, and noticed Lily, sitting alone by the window. Watching the rain, as if it carried memories only she could see. Anna walked over, and gently asked, "Are you okay, sweetheart?" Lily turned, and smiled faintly. "My dad's probably stuck at work, he's always busy." Anna nodded understandingly. "Well, I can wait here with you until he arrives. I'm new in town anyway. I could use the company." Lily looked at her, intrigued. There was something warm about this woman. Something familiar, yet distant. Meanwhile, across town, Ben Carter, a single father in his early 40s, sped through the wet roads in his black pickup truck. The windshield wipers thudding in rhythm, with his pounding heart. He had lost track of time again. Balancing work at the local lumberyard, and raising Lily, had been a never-ending juggling act. Since his wife, Grace, passed away 2 years ago. Just one more missed pickup, Ben, he muttered bitterly. And they'll start asking questions again. Back at the school, Anna was telling Lily a story about her own childhood. Growing up in a small town, not unlike Willow Creek. "Did you like school?" Lily asked. Anna paused for a second. Her smile faltered, ever so slightly. "Sometimes," she replied. "But I liked drawing more, and music. Especially the kind my mom used to hum, while making pancakes on Sundays." Something in that answer made Lily tilt her head. "My mom used to hum songs too," she said softly. "Mostly lullabies. I still remember one of them." Anna smiled warmly. "Will you sing it for me?" Lily hesitated. Then began humming a melody. It was soft, almost haunting. Like a forgotten lullaby, tucked away in a dusty corner of someone's heart. And as Anna heard it, her eyes widened. She knew that song. Every note. Every pause. Every single word. She blinked fast, swallowing hard. Where did you learn that?" "My mom," Lily whispered. "Before she died." Ben finally burst through the school doors. Dripping wet, and breathless. "I'm so sorry," he said, rushing toward them. Lily jumped up. "Dad!" Anna turned. Their eyes met. And for the briefest moment, the world froze. Ben stared at the woman standing beside his daughter. Something about her felt like déjà vu. Like a chapter in his life that had been erased. And now scribbled back in ghostly ink. Anna too seemed rattled. Her hands trembled slightly, as she reached for her purse. "I was just keeping her company," she said quickly. Ben nodded, still looking at her. "Thank you. I appreciate it." Lily tugged at his sleeve. "Daddy. Miss Brooks knows Mommy's song." That line hit Ben like a punch to the chest. He turned sharply to Anna. "What song?" Anna took a shaky breath. "A lullaby. It used to be our song. Mine and my mother's." Ben's heart began to pound. "That's not possible," he whispered. Lily looked confused. "Why?" Ben slowly knelt beside her. "Because, that lullaby was written by your mom. For you." Anna took a step back, her face pale. What was her name?" "Grace," Ben replied. "Grace Carter." Anna froze. Her lips trembled. She fumbled through her purse, and pulled out an old photo. Weathered. Creased. Nearly torn. She handed it to Ben. He stared. It was a picture, of a much younger Grace. His Grace. Smiling, with a little girl. Anna. Silence wrapped around them, like fog. No one moved. No one breathed. Finally. Anna spoke. Her voice cracked, like glass. "Grace, was my mother too." Ben felt like the ground had shifted beneath his feet. His late wife had another child before him. A half-sister. And she was standing in front of him now. As his daughter's teacher. Questions swirled in his head. Why hadn't Grace ever told him? Had she kept it a secret, out of shame? Pain? Or protection? Anna wiped away tears. Her voice barely above a whisper. "I was put up for adoption, when I was 3. I tried looking for her, for years. And then I stopped. I thought, she didn't want me." Ben was speechless. Lily clung to his arm, confused but curious. "Daddy, does that mean Miss Brooks is my aunt?" Ben looked at Anna. And all she could do, was nod. As the rain continued to fall outside. Inside the school hallway, 3 lives had just collided. With a truth no one was ready for. And it was only the beginning. Because Anna hadn't come to Willow Creek by accident. And Ben Carter was about to discover that the past wasn't done with him yet. Why do you think Grace never told Ben about Anna? Do you believe Anna came to Willow Creek by coincidence? Or did she know more than she sang? If you were Ben, how would you feel? Discovering your wife had a hidden past like this? What do you think Anna's real intentions are? Reunion? Revenge? Or redemption? Would you tell Lily the full truth right away? Or protect her until she's older? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. The next morning. The air in Willow Creek was unusually still. Fog drifted through the pine trees, like silent ghosts. Blanketing the town, in a veil of secrets. Inside the Carter household. Ben stood in the kitchen, staring into his untouched coffee. Lily sat at the table, swinging her legs. Munching on a piece of toast. "Dad," she said quietly. "Are you mad at Miss Brooks?" Ben looked up, startled. "No, sweetheart. I'm just confused. Because she's Mommy's sister." Ben gave her a faint smile. Something like that. He still couldn't believe it. That photo. Anna's face. That lullaby. Grace had never spoken a word about another child. Not once. And now, out of nowhere, that child had shown up, as his daughter's teacher. Was it fate? Or something darker? Later that afternoon, Ben drove to Willow Creek Elementary again. He found Anna, in the teacher's lounge. Seated alone, sipping lukewarm tea. Her expression was unreadable. Like someone caught between grieving and remembering. "We need to talk," Ben said, as he entered. She looked up slowly. "I figured you'd come." They sat in silence, for a few long moments. Before Ben finally asked the question, that had been burning in his chest since last night. "Why now?" Anna looked down, fingers tightening around her cup. "I didn't come looking for you," she said softly. "I didn't even know you existed. I didn't know about Lily. Not until I walked into that classroom and saw her face. She looked like someone I used to dream about." Ben's brow furrowed. "My mother," Anna continued, her voice cracking. "I used to see her in my sleep. I had one photo. Just one. That's all the orphanage gave me. I was adopted when I was 3, but the family never talked about my past. I spent most of my teenage years in foster homes." She looked up, her eyes glistening. "I stopped believing I had real family, a long time ago." Ben swallowed hard. "Grace never told me." "I know," Anna whispered. "And I'm not here to destroy anything. I swear." Ben studied her. "Then why did you come to Willow Creek, at all?" Anna hesitated. "Because, 3 weeks ago, I got a letter." Ben leaned in. "What kind of letter?" She pulled a folded envelope from her bag, and handed it to him. The return address read: Graceland Hope Carter, Private Storage Facility, Portland, Oregon. Ben opened the letter, slowly, cautious. Inside was a handwritten note. In Grace's unmistakable script. "To the daughter I could never keep. I hope one day, you'll forgive me. If you find this, it means I'm gone. But my love for you never left. I pray we meet again, even if it's through someone else's eyes." Ben's throat tightened. His fingers trembled. "She knew," he whispered. Anna nodded. "She left that letter for me, in a box marked "in case of my death." A friend of hers from the hospital where she worked, sent it to me." Ben couldn't hold back the tears now. "She was, trying to find a way to tell me." They sat in silence again. The weight of their shared grief, pulling them into a fragile stillness. But across the hall, something else was happening. In the school's front office. A woman dressed in an expensive beige coat, stood at the front desk. Her platinum blonde hair was pulled into a sleek bun. And her eyes were sharp, like a hawk's. "I'm here for Miss Brooks," she said crisply. "She's in the teacher's lounge," replied the receptionist. Without another word, the woman turned on her heels. And walked down the hallway like she owned the building. She opened the door without knocking. Anna's face went pale. Ben stood abruptly. "Aunt Caroline," Anna muttered. "Caroline Davis. Anna's adoptive aunt. The one who raised her after the last foster home. The one who always reminded Anna, she'd been given up." "Well, well," Caroline sneered. "I see you found your fairy tale family." Ben narrowed his eyes. "Can I help you?" Caroline ignored him. "You didn't tell them the rest, did you?" Anna stood up. "Please don't." "Oh no, dear," Caroline said with a cold smile. "They deserve the whole truth, don't they? About why you're really here." Ben looked at Anna. "What's she talking about?" Caroline took a dramatic breath. She didn't just show up in Willow Creek to teach. She applied for a private investigation license in Portland, 3 months ago. "Isn't that right, sweetheart?" Anna's lips trembled. Ben stepped back. "Is that true?" I didn't know if Grace was even real, Anna said, panicked. I thought I was going crazy. The letter gave me hope, but I had no proof. So you tracked us down. Ben's voice rose. You followed us. I needed to know, Anna pleaded. I didn't come to hurt anyone. I just wanted to see if my mother ever loved me. Caroline scoffed. She's always been dramatic. Don't fall for it. Leave, Anna whispered, her voice shaking. What? I said leave. Anna shouted, tears falling. You've never supported me. You didn't raise me. You locked me out of every family moment. And reminded me daily, that I wasn't wanted. Caroline froze. Ben stepped between them. You need to go. Now. Caroline rolled her eyes. Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. As the door slammed shut behind her, Anna sank into her chair, sobbing. Ben knelt beside her. You should have told me. I was scared, she whispered. Scared you'd think I was a liar. That I was crazy. Ben reached out slowly, and held her hand. I don't think that, he said softly. I think you're someone who's been looking for home. For far too long. Outside. Lily was watching from the hallway. Her small fingers gripping her backpack strap. She hadn't heard everything. But she'd seen enough. And in her young heart, a seed of curiosity had been planted. Who really was Anna Brooks? A long-lost aunt? Or a stranger, with too many secrets? Thank you for watching the video. If you were Ben, would you trust Anna? After learning she secretly investigated your family? Or would you start to question everything she's told you? Let us know, in the comments below. The house was quiet that night, too quiet. Ben sat alone in the living room, flipping the old letter from Grace, between his fingers. The one Anna had received. The one that confirmed everything. His heart was torn in two. Part of him wanted to trust Anna. To believe she truly was Grace's daughter. And Lily's aunt. But another part. The part scarred by grief and betrayal. Was hesitant. Still uncertain. Still afraid. He looked up at the photo above the fireplace. Grace, smiling in the summer sun. Holding baby Lily, in her arms. There was something hidden in that smile. Something he hadn't noticed before. Did she carry this secret, all those years? The next morning. Ben climbed up into the attic. He hadn't been up there in years. Dust floated in the golden sunlight. That streamed through the cracked window. Cobwebs clung to every box. Like forgotten memories. He searched for hours. Digging through old journals, photo albums. Anything that might tell him more. Finally, in a wooden chest. Covered in a green blanket. He found a box labeled. Private. Do not open. His hands trembled, as he opened it. Inside were several yellowed papers. Folded letters. And a small hospital bracelet. It read. Baby Girl Hope. July 15, 1996. Mother, Grace Carter. Ben froze. His breath caught in his chest. He picked up a second letter, still sealed. On the front, it said. For Ben, if I never get the chance to explain. Dear Ben. I never wanted to lie to you. But there are some truths, too heavy to carry. Even between husband and wife. Before I met you, when I was only 19. I gave birth to a baby girl. Her name was Anna. I was young. Scared. My family forced me to give her up. I cried every night for years. When I became a nurse. I started searching for her in secret. Then, just before I passed. I found her name in a registry. Anna Brooks. She was teaching here, in Willow Creek. I hired her, without telling you. I just wanted to be close. But I got sick too fast. I'm sorry I never told you. Please forgive me. Grace. Ben dropped to his knees. Tears streamed down his face. Grace had known. And she had brought Anna to them. She had given Lily the chance to meet her aunt. Even if only for a little while. That evening, Ben stood outside Anna's small rental home. He could see the light on inside. Hear soft piano music drifting through the window. An echo of Grace's lullaby. He knocked. Anna opened the door, startled to see him. I found the box, he said quietly. Her eyes widened. You did? He nodded. You're her daughter. Anna broke into tears. I never thought I'd hear that from anyone. Not in a million years. Ben stepped forward. And for the first time, embraced her. I'm sorry I doubted you, he whispered. Grace wanted us to find each other. And I think Lily deserves to know the whole truth. Anna pulled back slightly. Do you think she'll understand? Ben smiled. She's smarter than both of us. That weekend, in the warmth of the spring sun, Ben and Anna took Lily to the park. As they sat under a blooming cherry blossom tree, Ben gently told Lily everything. About her mother. About Anna. And the family she never knew she had. Lily didn't cry. She didn't even look confused. She just hugged Anna tightly. And whispered. I knew you weren't a stranger. Anna's heart melted. For the first time in her life, she felt like she belonged. But just as everything started to feel whole again, something unexpected happened. 2 weeks later, as Ben was walking Lily home from school, a black SUV pulled up across the street. A man in a dark suit stepped out and handed Ben an envelope. Delivery for Benjamin Carter. From Portland. Ben opened it slowly. Cautious. Inside was a legal notice. Anna Brooks was being summoned to appear in court. A man was claiming to be her biological father. Ben's stomach turned. Another secret. Another twist. He looked up at the sky. Heart pounding. Was this man telling the truth? And what did it mean, for all of them? The courtroom was silent. Anna sat at the defendant's table. Her hands trembling slightly, in her lap. Ben was beside her, offering quiet support. Lily waited outside, with a court-appointed guardian. Unaware of the storm, her family was facing inside these four walls. Across from them, stood a man named Richard Hale. A tall, stern-looking figure, in his late 50s. He claimed to be Anna's biological father. Claimed he had been looking for her, for years. Claimed Grace had kept her hidden. But something didn't sit right. As the judge called the room to order, Richard's lawyer presented documents. Birth records. Hospital signatures. And even a DNA test result. That seemed almost too perfect. Anna's attorney stepped up. With a calm but steady voice. Your Honor. We believe Mr. Hale's documents are forged. We have proof that he was once convicted of fraud. And that he's been targeting women who've inherited assets or family ties, for years. Gasps echoed through the room. Richard's face fell. When the judge ruled to throw out his claim and opened an investigation into his past, Anna let out a breath. She hadn't realized she'd been holding. She was free. Not just from a court case, but from the shadow of not knowing who she was. That evening, back at Ben's home, Anna stood by the piano Grace had once played. She touched the keys softly. Then sat down. And began playing the lullaby. The same one Grace had hummed to Lily, years ago. Lily walked in. And sat beside her. "You're not leaving, right?" the little girl asked. Anna smiled through her tears. "No, sweetie. I'm not going anywhere." Ben stood in the doorway. Watching them. With pride, and gratitude. Swelling in his chest. After so many years of silence. Lies, and loss. A new melody had begun to play, in this home. Anna decided not to return to the city. Instead, she opened a small music school, in Willow Creek. Named after her mother. Grace notes. Children from all walks of life came to learn. To laugh. And to find themselves through music. Just like Anna had. Ben donated the land for the school. Lily became its first student. And every Friday, the three of them, Anna, Ben, and Lily, shared dinner together. Not out of obligation. But out of something deeper. A bond, forged through pain, healing, and love. One quiet evening. As the sun dipped behind the hills. Ben sat with Anna on the porch. "She would have been proud of you, you know," he said gently. Anna looked up at the stars. "I hope she knows. I never stopped looking for her." Ben nodded. "I think, she found you first." They sat in silence for a moment. No longer strangers. No longer broken. Just, a family. In their own way. Thank you for watching the video. What did you feel, listening to this journey unfold? Did this story touch your heart, the way it touched ours? If you believe, in second chances. Chosen family. In the healing power of love. Leave a 100. In the comments below. And let us know, where in the world you're listening from. We love hearing from our global family. Share this story. With someone who needs a reminder. Even after the darkest night. A new day will come.